Here we go again. Another day, another stream. That makes it sound like I stream daily, which I absolutely don't. But, you know, it's still a stream day, still a day. It still has, like, daylight and hours and time passing and stuff, you know? You know how it is. These pesky things. This weird-ass time that just keeps flying by. Yeah. Before you know it, you're gonna be old. Motivational way to start the stream, huh? Anyway. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Good morning indeed. And Frank, boom! How do you do it? How do you do it, man? Like, it doesn't matter when I stream. Like, within 5 minutes of me streaming, Frank is like, right there. Damn. This is impressive. Anyway, thank you. How's it going? Going pretty well so far. You know, ups and downs, some frustrations, but I'm full of caffeine, so that always helps. That always makes me look at the bright side. Notifications, yeah, but that doesn't answer my question. Like, how do you do it? Like, YouTube notifications are infamous for not working. So, like, what did you do? How did you make them work? Usually when people tell me they saw a notification for a stream, it's like an hour or two after it started. Or after it ended sometimes. You know? Anyway. "1993 was 30 years ago. Don't you do it. I'm warning you. Stop it right now. Cut it out. Or I will cut you." Hey, at least I finally stopped thinking of the 90s as 10 years ago. I did that for a long time. I did that probably until like the 2010s. It's weird. Whoa. There's stuff falling from the roof again. What's up with this? Stop it. I still do, and I'm 33. I think at this point it's about time to move on from the 90s. Or at least to stop thinking of them as recently. They really aren't. A lot has changed. Yeah. What I miss? 3.5 minutes of pointless banter on my end is nothing much. So it's all good. Relax. Don't stress out. There are enough stressors in the world as it is. You know? Bro, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta compare me to Ivor from God's damn Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Ugh. No. Don't. I was so surprised about the IronMouse videos. She said she would contact you about going on a show. Any thoughts about that? Yes, she has. And I have replied, but haven't gotten anything since. We'll see. I'm definitely up for making something happen. Like, I'm totally open to coming on and having a chat. That sounds like fun. I saw that on her stream, her viewers basically bullied her into sending me a message on Twitter. So Now I'm wondering if she regrets it now. Like, oh crap. I don't want to talk to this weirdo. They just pressured me into it. Help. Understandable. But I don't actually bite. Or murder stroke. Like, it can happen, but only if you run into it. Thanks, Christoph. Without having unbreakable and undullable... No, wait. Not without. Would having unbreakable and undullable but otherwise normal sword help much in a fight? I mean... Yeah. A lot. I mean, it's... Basically, it sounds like it can't be altered. You can't dull it, and it can't be broken, so it's indestructible. I mean, yes. Obviously, like, that would be certainly useful. Particularly because that would mean if you make it crazy sharp, like literally razor sharp, literally, then you could get away with it because it would neither dull nor break. So that's what would normally prevent you from making a sword ultra sharp. Yeah, right. She reacted to my reaction video. So now I gotta react to the reaction, something, right? I mean, I might do it on stream. I wouldn't do it like a separate video because I have a feeling that even though the reactions were generally surprisingly positive, I can also tell that there's a certain section of my subscriber base that's probably like, no, not this again. You know, because there's a certain anti-anime crowd amongst my viewers, apparently, so I don't know. Thanks, Monsieur William. Give me your best medieval gear against a super mutant from Fallout. They didn't have running shoes in the Middle Ages, but the closest approximation. Get the best medieval footwear and run. You don't want to fight a super mutant with just medieval melee weapons. If you have to, just get a ballista or something. I mean, in the game, you can take them on with melee weapons, but you also have HP, which you don't do in real life. You can't just take a concrete shattering strike and just be like, yo, maybe I'll eat a cabbage and it'll be fine. Wait, wrong game. I'll take a stim pack and I'll be fine. Thanks, J. Jonah Jameson. $5 from the frickin' owner of the Daily Bugle? A bit stingy, don't you think? I'm joking, of course. That would be the best... No, what would... I can't read today. What would be the best melee and ranged weapon for slaying a wall-sticking ninja-type person with super grappling hooks? Best ranged weapon? AK-47? 12-gauge shotgun? Best melee? Spear? Just stick him and pluck him off the wall? Something like that. My girlfriend and I have been getting into sparring, and we were wondering if you had any ideas for weak wrists / smaller build people. Weak wrists. Get stronger. I mean, unironically, there are a bunch of wrist exercises you can do. And grip strength is going to generally help you out. And, making them stronger helps stabilize the wrist and minimize the risk of injury, so that's good. One thing you could do is maybe use something like a shamshir or saber generally and use a hammer grip and make sure that you keep your wrist straight, because the main danger is that you're going to overextend it and injure your tendons, right? So that would be one idea. Other than that, the smaller you are, the more you want to work on your footwork. You want to basically make up for any lack of strength or size, reach, etc. with agility. Be extra mobile. Any idea for large man hands? Just throttle them with your pancakes. Easy enough. IronMouse might talk about hardwood. Does she tend to? There's plenty of hardwood in historical weapons. What do you think of Shad's reverse script video yesterday? Haven't watched it. What's your favorite type of saber? I like Polish sabers, generally. Not the only ones, but I like them. Quarterstaff is one of the most underrated weapons, yeah. Indeed. In fact, people have gone the opposite extreme where they start glorifying the stick, you know, as if it was some kind of super weapon. You know what makes a quarterstaff better? Putting a spear point on it. Or a halberd head or something. But yes, it is underrated. That for sure. Hey, I'm not going to become a VTuber myself, all right? It was an unexpected and fun crossover, and I'm definitely willing to collab. But I'm not going to join the community as such. You're not becoming a VTuber? Why don't you ask IronMouse if she's going to become a sword nerd? I don't know if that's more or less likely, but either way, it's like similar sort of idea, right? I'm starting to question my decision to set up the camera at this angle. I wanted kind of more nicer background and less ceiling. But I have a big ass head. I don't know if you're aware of that, but my head is kind of large and looks even worse in this perspective. I look like a chibi creature. Anyway, that aside, like a Funko Pop. Oof. Burned. Yeah. When you get a new sword, do you treat it so fragile, like it's made of glass, or is that just me? I certainly don't. I used to, but I've seen some shit. I've done some terrible things to swords, and And I'm like, you know, I maintain them, but I will not treat them like, fragile little princesses. Yes, I'm aware that IronMouse messaged me, and I replied. I'm aware. You're the reason I own a Spyderco knife for fishing, and thank you for that. Well, you're welcome. Glad that you enjoy it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. What is fine? What is fine? Is HEMA a fun way to exercise? Yup, you bet. Air parks are a good time too. Yeah, I suppose so. I don't think there is an air park here, trampoline park or whatever. Locally, that's not for kids only or mostly. It would be kind of cool if there was like one of those Ninja Warrior gyms. Not that my fat ass could handle them right now, but there's some fun stuff you can do there. Maybe it might motivate me to do some more shenanigans. Should react to your reaction of your reaction to your reaction to your video. Yeah, I mean I can. This was somewhere, right? I believe somebody put that up. Oh yeah, on YouTube there was a thing. Let me check here. I just saw a notification for a reply to my comment on that video. We mustn't let this end here. Collab! All caps. So people are apparently really into this. I mean, she has a huge audience, apparently. So... yeah, the reaction to the reaction to the reaction, blah, 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 Things and stuff. Let me see if I can make this happen. We just shove some windows around and stuff. Spontaneous live? Are they ever planned? Yes. Like 15 minutes ahead of time. I can plan, just very short term. Okay. I don't... yeah, exactly. I gotta turn on the desktop audio. Just bear with me for a moment while I'm being a boomer about it. Sort of. I know how this works. I just need a second. Okay. That should work, theoretically. Sort of. Let me just reposition this. Okay. Oh no. We gotta shove this on top. There we go. You asked for it. You asked for it, so I guess we gotta do it, huh? 'Tis the law. Thanks, Frank. I'll be there. Yeah. So, by the way, apparently not too many people got the joke that I put in the intro. Let's see how many get it in the chat here. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be the right audio level, but we'll see.
It seems to the average internet dweller, surprise cameos and crossovers are like a butterfly to the ADHD
He's in a VTuber model.
brain. Wait, hang on. Something's weird. It appears I glitched out for a bit.
So, you get it? I didn't see a single comment about that. I don't get it, yeah. Yep, apparently. Is it too obscure, the reference? Seems so. I'm not cultured enough. Yeah, apparently I was being too obscure. Star Trek? Nope. Oh, come on. One person's got to get it. One person. Come on. Come on, guys. Show me your nerd cred. System Shock? Nope. Matrix? Nope. Now you're just throwing out wild guesses. Does nobody even recognize that model? You're all failing on the nerd credit. Nope. Nobody gets it. God damn it. Has nobody played Starbound? Come on, guys. Guys, has nobody, not a single person, played Starbound? That can't be right. Pfft. What kinds of nerds are you? Come on. Yeah, so there is a species of medieval robots in Starbound, and they are called the Glitch.
Hang on. Something's weird. It appears I glitched out for a bit.
Get it now? I'm very disappointed that I have to explain this. It's a popular game too, come on. It's not like some super rare indie that nobody has ever played. Yeah. When you have to explain it, it's a failed joke. That's on me. So, moving on.
Anyway, so yesterday my Twitter suddenly exploded with notifications.
I'm sorry.
Which doesn't usually happen, so I decided to check out what the commotion was about. And what I found was...
Really? What?
Iron.
Somebody submitted this video and we watched it together, and I did something funny.
Still not convinced? 2014, I think. About half sorting.
I didn't even know when that video was from. Wow, 2014?
Yeah, it's kind of semi-ancient at this point. I have aged considerably.
This is called a murder stroke. And
Murder stroke. I just thought it was funny because, like, every time he would move the sword, it looked like he was stabbing me.
Kind of, yeah.
It really looks strange at first. You thrust the point of your blade into the gaps of the armor. And every armor or...
I mean, when I wiggle the blade around so much, like, where can you position yourself, right? Where it's not dangerous.
Almost every armor has gaps in varying sizes.
Bro.
So before I start, just to show
This
you that
is
this is a sharp
I
blade.
feel bad. I'm like, oh my god, did I say anything bad? Did I...
Nope, not at all. Wait. 2014 was 9 years ago. Yeah. Could you not remind me, please? Could you not remind me that I've entered middle age? I talk a lot about the Middle Ages, but it doesn't mean that I enjoy middle age. In my brain, you know, like my ADHD brain tells me I'm like 25, tops. My body tells me I'm 50 plus. Anyway, moving on.
I say anything messed up, I really hope
It's so adorably flustered.
Show you my hand.
So since then, I've done a better video about this, a better test, where I used a properly sharp sword. That one was
Edgy.
just about sharp enough to
You see,
tear
he's
paper.
an expert.
I mean, it sort of cut it. Expert. Yeah, I never apply that label to myself. I mean, the only label I would accept for myself is expert edgelord. But it wasn't all that terribly sharp. So I tried it again with a sharper one, and yeah, it's a little bit... She looks so excited. More hazardous than that. So gloves are a good idea, for sure. Even regular leather gloves make a huge difference for...
Why are you guys sniffing his hands? What the fuck? Are hands and no feet? What's happening?
How well you can do this without hurting yourself.
One is the more secure way, and the other
Safe.
is the more effective way for striking.
I meant to say
the
safe.
secure option is
Words matter.
to hold it
Because
like
this is, in fact, less secure. Because when you're...
Oh my god, I think it's so cute that he's like re-explaining things now. That's
You're not... Why is that cute? I'm just trying to be informative. I mean, okay. Is everybody in the chat having fun? The reaction to the reaction to the reaction, blah, 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 blah. Are you losing your collective shit yet? Yes. Of course, the answer is yes. Thanks, Grease Monkey. Police stops a person in armor. Excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Opens visor. Sorry, officer, I'm middle-aged. Yep. Also, get off my lawn. Yes, indeed. Wrapping your fingers around the blade, you don't have as much of a grip on it. So it's technically less secure, but safer because you're less likely to cut yourself. Okay, super random, but I'm kind of wondering what controls the wings. Haha, nitpick. Because sometimes the little bat wings start flapping. Is it something you gotta do manually, or does it react to certain facial expressions? How does that work? I am ignorant. Enlighten me.
And then I wrap my fingers around here. Hopefully, you'll be able to see the gap there. Yeah, a little bit. So basically, the edge.
Hey, this, you cannot watch this without cracking up. I mean, it's impossible. If you do, if you can watch this without cracking up at least a little bit, you're some kind of reptilian.
Really touching
You
my
place.
I never think that people are gonna watch me do shit like this.
I mean, same here. I also, when I record certain videos, I don't expect anybody to watch it who's not like part of the nerd elite of a particular community, subgenre, I almost said. And then you're like, oh, that's how this came across, huh? Weird.
Yeah, a little bit. So basically, the edge
Hey,
is not really touching
you
my
placed
hand
yourself
much
there.
without having to worry about cutting myself. And I can do it pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. How can you not crack up?
I'm so fucking dumb, bro. Why am I so...
Same here.
Not really touching
You
my
placed
hand
yourself
much
there.
without having to worry about cutting myself. And I can do it pretty...
I'm glad I made him laugh. I'm glad I made him laugh. I'm glad.
Hey, did it again. Fluff said.
Speak
internet. This is
sure.
Inception.
Like that, no problem.
What are we doing here?
without an issue.
Guys, what are we doing here? Peak internet, as it's been pointed out. Peak internet.
You see, no blood, no cuts.
I did not cut my fingers off. Isn't that cool? Like if I'd used a properly sharp sword, then this would have looked a bit different. But like, there's always intense discussion about how sharp were they. I've made several videos about that, I believe, and it's still kind of hard to say. There's plenty of evidence in. Well, actually, no. There's limited evidence, and there's plenty of arguments in one direction or another. But yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Ended rightly, or
The amount of
wrongly, or
screens.
something
Yeah.
like that. All the fingers.
There's so many screens going on. This is wild.
Round
Truly.
the blade, and you strike like that, which is less comfortable. I can definitely feel
Yeah, there you go. Dodge
the
that.
edge
Dodge
digging
that
into my
point.
skin a little bit. But the crucial part here is you do not.
See, where's more reaction?
What the?
There.
What the fuck is? I have problems, man.
So
Where am I?
I can tell you with certainty that when I made that video, I had no clue that this is what would happen eventually.
Let alone the inception.
Eventually, IronMouse would be, or any VTuber for that matter, would be reacting to it, and really well.
Holy shit!
You have
Oh
more
my God.
control over the part.
Wiggles.
So
All the
if I
wiggles.
can
Yes.
sneak my
Safety.
action into the
Okay,
gaps
I
of
got
the
you there.
armor
But otherwise,
if I
you're
hold
pretty good
my
at dodging.
pistol. So this here is
Like a dagger.
actually pretty easy. I'm going to move the camera a little bit.
I didn't.
Listen, I don't know shit about weapons or swords. I'm not an expert, okay?
Yeah, it's because you're well adjusted to the modern world. And there's no need to know any of this. No need. But it's fun.
To me, a sword is a sword.
Sword.
He's really. Oh man, he's so nice.
Realize at the time just how dumb this looks.
Thrust into
Wait.
the steel.
Is it nice to just be like, I don't know. Is it just nice to not attack? Like, how dare you mock my video? Hey, why would I do that? I mean, thanks, but IronMouse's bar for nicety is fairly low, seems like. Or is that just the Canadian standards that are a little bit different here? That make me... Anyway. Hey. Whether or not you think that a VTuber is well adjusted, I mean, come on, this is the current times. VTubers are very well adjusted to the current times and the zeitgeist. And I mean, come on. She has an autoimmune disorder. So this is one of the things that, like, she carved out her niche. You know, something that she's able to do and that she's really good at. So you got to respect that. Regardless of what you think about anime and VTubers and whatever, you got to respect that. Come on.
Steel reinforced side.
It was just a means of making a point, of demonstrating it, but this
Oh
looks
no.
pretty stupid. Yeah, but hey, the tire was the best.
No, please. Listen. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Target I had at the time.
Even with enough.
It's not a big deal, by the way. Like, I've gotten so much shit over the almost 2 decades. Well, that's maybe a bit much, but I mean, I've been doing this since 2008. So that's like Math, 15 years? Yeah. So I've gotten a lot of shit over the years. And like this... You're just reacting to a video, no problem. No problem whatsoever. Being nice about it too. Like, there's... Yeah, it's fine.
Not forced to.
I tend to overthink what I do anyway. So it doesn't even take a prompt. Sometimes just if I see a comment on an older video or whatever, and I go there to reply, and then I see the video, I'm like, you know? It's just how it is. You improve, you grow, and then you look at your older stuff and cringe. That's okay.
Actually, penetrate there.
You penetrated it.
Make your jokes. That was an obvious one.
I've already made the point. I've already done it several times.
We're watching
No, not by my current standards, but thanks.
and smack a tire around. No, what is my life? What is my life? Oh my god, I feel so bad. Oh god.
Also, by the way, this is the worst still frame ever.
Bad. Oh my god. God, please. Your video was fine. It's just I have a very short attention span. Please. It's nothing wrong.
No worries. I have ADHD. I will out under attention span. Wait, that doesn't work. I know what I mean.
Funnily enough, I'd seen IronMouse before in an interview with Dr. K. So there you go. 2 crossovers for the...
Wait, what?
Yes.
He watched my interview with Dr. K? What the fuck?
Small world, huh? I mean, how small is it really? I mean, there's certain channel sizes involved here.
The price of 1. The low price of $0. Anyway, seeing someone react to one of my videos who's not part of the sword community is
I was
kind of...
unaware that there was even a sword community, but
Yeah, why would you?
your sword community is cool.
funny.
See? Hear that, folks? She's talking about you. She's talking about you weirdos here. All us weirdos, I mean. Yup. And I think this is why this works. This is why this, as a crossover, works surprisingly well, because we both do something that... Oh, actually, wait. Let me get back to this point in a moment. This will be relevant in a moment.
Illustrates how used I've gotten to making videos for a very particular niche audience.
Since the video first coming out, he's reacted to his old content several times previously,
Yeah.
and has always been super critical of himself. He did
perfectionist.
absolutely nothing wrong.
I'm the
Indeed.
same way. I totally get it.
And anybody who's not part of that is must be looking at this
Wait,
stuff
what is
like,
it called? HEMA?
there's a
HEMA,
dude
yes. Historical European martial arts.
hitting a tire with a sword. What is going on? I mean, VTubers are a niche too, unless I
true.
grossly underestimate the
No,
popularity.
it's true.
But it's
no,
a,
it's true. Like the same way that people are like, man, a guy's hitting a sword with a tire. There are people that they'll see me and they'll be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
The amount of people that would come into my stream when I first started and be like, "Are you real? Are you a robot? Are you real? Hello? Are you a robot? Are you AI? Hello?"
I mean, do we have conclusive evidence that IronMouse is not AI? IronMouse could be Skynet, for all we know, right? Skynet is scouting out how to control the hordes of nerds and pacify them while things are happening. Which, by the way, I'm 100% in favor of. Humans are stupid. Yes, please, Skynet, take over. We're too dumb. We can't handle ourselves. We can't handle the planet. It's time. So yes, Skynet IronMouse needs to take over.
I'm like, yes, I
Sky
am a
Mouse.
robot.
Sky Mouse. Iron Sky? Anyway.
different one. So whenever they cross over, there's going to be some confusion.
Whoa, what
Let
the?
alone somebody who is kind of a normie. You must be thinking, what?
That is not what I meant.
You called me a normie.
No, I did not. I meant normies as opposed to us. Us weirdos. That's what I meant. Yeah, because a normie would look at both of our channels and be like, I mean, like IronMouse pointed out, like, what is going on here? Are you a robot? And they would ask, are you a dork bot? That's what they would ask me. Right? So, yeah, I meant normies. Other people, neither you nor I.
On the other hand,
Awkward.
I'd never heard of about 80% of the people nominated for the Streamer Awards.
Yeah, nobody's gonna know everything. Is that a fucking axe with a fucking gun?
Not my fault, by the way. I did not come up with that. Somebody involved in making Ruby did.
What the heck?
What are these people? What is happening? Not that it matters. The normies can do their thing and leave the fun stuff
Oh
to
my
us.
god, it's so
Yeah, again, I meant leave the fun stuff to us, as in you're included.
strange being called a normie. What the
No!
fuck?
Not what I meant.
Get into fights about
Words hard, communication difficult.
which is the better warrior. Oh, a knight would kick a samurai's ass. Well,
Yeah,
we'll fling
all of that.
insults at each other.
In the
Yeah.
sword community? I was not aware that the sword community has so many arguments.
And I'm just
Yeah,
sitting there like,
plenty.
guys,
I mean, any human community has plenty of arguments. It doesn't matter who it is.
I have bad news for you. We're all nerds, okay? This is not serious business. It used to be. Swords and armed martial arts used to be a matter of life and death back then. But those times are over.
We're
Relax.
fucking nerds,
okay?
bros.
Yeah.
We can have fun with what we do. We can be a little dorky at times.
Quite.
We can try to be more serious, but we should always keep in mind
Try.
we're a bunch of nerds with a niche hobby, and that's okay. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. I'll leave Iron
Yeah, and then we get
Swords.
Come.
Serious business.
shenanigans. Shenanigans!
Ah!
Get dodge. She knew it.
Whoa. Holy shit!
Totally normal things. Right? I mean, like, clearly, this is a friendly exchange between normies, right? Can't you tell how normie we are? Oh, yeah. Actually, she's Satan. What's going on? Why is she Satan? Hammer time.
Rosie, thank you for the 5 get this subs. Hula!
Drive me closer. I want to hit them with my sword.
Yeah, I could not.
I wonder
I couldn't just not include that. Makes sense, right?
what those neighbors think about him driving around with a fucking sword.
Easy. They don't, because at that time, I was basically living in a house in the woods. I mean, not really in the woods, but we were situated such that we're surrounded by trees on all sides. So there were neighbors, but they didn't see anything really. And otherwise, I've always gone out in the woods and stuff. So I'm aware that people might be like, what in the world is going on? Should I be concerned? Am I in danger? So I try to be considerate and do stuff where the uninitiated don't see. That sounds like a cult. That sounds like a fucking cult, doesn't it? Anyway, the VTuber lore hole goes deep. I'm sure it does. I have not even scratched the surface. I'm uninitiated. I have no idea what's going on for the most part. But yeah, there you go. So this is what happens. you know. You're in danger. IronMouse is coming to hook you up to Skynet. As long as I can transcend my human stupidity, it doesn't sound too bad necessarily. I mean, I'm not a fan of Borg, but I'm also not a fan of humans, so what can you do? Humans are so frustrating because we have such potential, right? We have such potential. We are so intelligent and we've accomplished so many things, but we're also still a bunch of stupid, furless apes that don't know what they're doing. It's like a toddler with a machine gun, you know? We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We have way too much power. That's kind of the problem. Anyway. So how did that come about? The lore that IronMouse is Satan? Has she done or said satanic things, or is it just this, like, I don't know, luring in the impressionable and, you know, taking them off course or something? I don't know. I don't know how this religion stuff works. She has horns and a spiked tail. Okay, wait. Where are the horns? Am I dumb? Am I stupid? Where are the horns? I see the mouse ears and the bat wings, but where are the horns? Anyway. Buckle your seatbelt if you're asking for the lore. Hey, I'm not asking for a PhD dissertation on the topic, all right? Just saying. She has like 20 models. Okay, fair enough. I've only seen this one, but yeah, I haven't dug deep. Hail Seitan, yes, indeed. Seitan is good stuff. It's tasty. The buns hide the horns? Okay. I was not aware. I have not penetrated into the lore, if you will. Thanks, Grease Monkey. It's a whole thing from her earlier days. It's not as much part of her newer models. I'm surprised that you people know so much about her. Like, that tells me that there's, like, it seems like very different worlds colliding, but at the same time, there's obviously significant overlap here, which is fascinating. I mean, my audience is kind of weird anyway, because I've got, you know, self-proclaimed weebs and like dedicated anime fans, and I have super anti-anime people and some outright killjoys. There's no other way I can describe it. It's not the same, by the way. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're anti-anime killjoys, but you're not a killjoy by virtue of being anti-anime. There's some other things that go into that. You know, the hallmark of a killjoy is responding with cringe to everything. Cringe! Yeah. Fuck cringe, guys. You know? Neander's watched a whole lot of Cold Steel content. She will find you. Somebody actually mentioned that and linked to a video where she actually responded, Neander's, replied to one of my videos where we tested a halberd and a rapier on a zombie head. That was with the Blood and Iron crew. And she noped out at like the second or third time somebody made a "that's what she said" joke, which is understandable. Seeing it now in hindsight, I'm like, oh boy, why did I leave that in? Because like there was a tendency generally at Blood and Iron, particularly with like certain people, myself included, that our collective maturity level would go down to about 12 years old. You know, depending on exactly who was there, it might have ranged from like 8 to 15-ish, maybe. And yeah, we would make a lot of silly jokes. And that has not aged well. We had fun at the time, but that has not aged well in a video. Anyway. I said before, by the way, thank you. Highly appreciate the generous super chat. I'm surprised it was Mouse and not Yanners. Yeah, I know, right? A number of people have said that. Yeah, the Cold Steel videos. Growing old is mandatory. Growing up, not so much, yeah. I have no problem with immature fun. But, yeah, man. For a while, that's what she said. Jokes were everywhere. But we should have realized back then already that they were pretty lame and cringy. But, hey, whatever. What can you do? Who can really judge humor? Like, there's no way to objectively evaluate humor, right? It is what it is. Thanks, Rain, if I pronounce that correctly. Been watching you for years. Keep it up. I will. Thank you. I can judge humor. My humor is the best because I know what I find funny. I mean, yes, sure. You can definitely judge the type of humor that you find amusing. What year did you start your channel? I want to know how early I found you. 2007. Wait, 8. 2008. Humor is subjective, however, it is objectively funny to copy other people's NFTs. I mean, buying into NFTs is objectively funny. It's like when you're that ready and willing to be scammed and think nothing of it, I would call that objectively funny. Yes. That's just me. Anyway, so definitely surprising to see how positively people have reacted. I saw a few Killjoy comments, a few like, oh, cringe, what the hell is this? No. But generally surprisingly positive about this whole development. Super exciting. And I guess it's something that works well for my ADHD brain because I like change. I like mixing things up. I like something different every now and then. Otherwise, I get bored. So, yeah. Sounds good to me. Not all NFTs are scams. You like Project Zomboid? Imagine you're able to sell your character that has 1,000 hours on it. People will pay for that character. See, that would be dumb though. Because that character can die. Permadeath. So, if you pay money for it, and you don't have all that experience under your belt, so you're a noob with an advanced character, you can easily fuck it up and die. And then you've wasted that money. So, I don't know. But I thought it was just that wouldn't even be an NFT, would it? Aren't NFTs just pictures? Like characters or in-game content that's different that can also be pretty dumb to pay a lot of money for. But that's not an NFT, is it? Yeah, you wouldn't need that. You can just sell a save file. In fact, if you do, that's actually more value. That's more an actual thing that can be used. So, yeah. To me, NFTs are just straight up bullshit. And it's astonishing that anybody would buy into it. Like, crypto seemed fishy enough to me, but at least some people were able to make some gains. In fact, quite significant ones, but in some cases short term. In some cases they lost a lot, etc., etc. By the way, if you have any other ideas for weird crossovers, let me know. Because I'm generally up for it, as long as it's interesting and something different. Because it's just, there's always the old, collab with other people in your same community, but it's, been there, done that, ready to do something different, just for funsies. I mean, there's still plenty of interesting potential between other adjacent communities, if you will. Like, for example, it would be kind of cool to see if somebody with a lot of practice in unarmed martial arts, how good they could be with the dual shield thing in sparring against a sword. Stuff like that. Oh, and somebody had a really interesting idea, for a VTuber collab, just putting them on a tablet or something and doing live sword stuff demonstrations and letting them ask questions about that and all that. That sounds kind of neat. I've always enjoyed teaching sword stuff, historical martial arts. I find that very, fun and rewarding and everything. So, could be a thing, potentially. Also works with other people, of course. To bridge distance gaps. Collab with Zentrea. Her community is pure chaos. Pure chaos sounds good. I like chaos. Chaos. So an online sword fighting class, yeah. I mean, it exists. Some HEMA clubs came up with that during the pandemic, so it's doable, plausible. My thing is right now, the one thing that holds me back from stuff like this is I hate the idea of trying to teach anyone anything about sword fighting when I'm like this right now. When I've reverted to a mutated jellyfish. I would just look like a marshmallow with a sword. You know? It sucks. I can't get it under control. It's like, yeah, it's not necessary. Like, you don't have to be like, you don't have to have an athlete's physique to teach martial arts, but it helps. It definitely gives you more credibility. As opposed to looking like a marshmallow. Dealing with weight stuff is pain when you pass 30 years. Yeah, I mean, I've always struggled with that my entire life. But for me, it's been late 30s and now 40, where it's just stupidly hard. Like it used to be stupidly hard. Now it's something like R word hard. Apparently that's not a word you're allowed to say anymore. You know, with regards to being mentally underdeveloped. The R word, I find that fairly harmless personally, but hey. Wouldn't want to get cancelled now, would I? Trying your 50s. Oh, I know. It only keeps getting worse from here, which is what worries me. Let's see what's going on here. Fly like an ostrich, sting like a jellyfish. Oh yeah. Roast like a marshmallow. I hate how easy it is to let it come back, yeah. The thing is, my problem is my default, like the default mode of existence for my body is chunky. And it's not that it's easy to revert to it, it's that it's extremely hard to stave it off. It's like being in any other state other than chunky is like constant strain. It's hard to describe, but it sucks. Anyway, I don't want to whine about that. None of your business, and it's not your problem either, fortunately. But yeah. Oh no, I did it again. I brought it up. Now it's gonna be like half an hour of diet tips and shit. No, we're gonna move on. Forget I said that. It's just a frustration speaking. I did not mean to bring that up. I think teaching the basics, techniques, and footwork, you mean, doesn't exactly need... You don't exactly need to be fit for that. Yeah, I mean, true. I just don't like the idea, you know? What else? We're all descendants of famine survivors. Yeah, I mean, there's that. Let's talk about pole arms. I personally like the naginata, yeah. The naginata. It's how you give someone a naggin, like a proper naggin with a sharp blade at the end of a stick. But yeah, I like them too. I like most pole arms, really. How could you not, right? Any chance for an in-depth sword stance video? Yeah, I guess I haven't really done that. Not in depth. The problem is, these days, I don't think this would work very well. Because I find these days the only videos that do halfway well are stuff that appeals to a broader audience than just HEMA people. Like, it needs to be eye-catching enough, it needs to be interesting enough, it needs to appeal to enough people, blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, it just dies. It just straight up croaks at like 20k views or something, which is not sustainable, unfortunately. So I always have to be algorithm conscious. I hate that. I would much rather do my thing, do what I feel like at the time, but that just doesn't work anymore these days. It's no longer viable. So I don't think a video about stances would go anywhere. And that hurts other videos I upload. So, yeah. What can you do? I don't really grok the speedum. How do the tiny extra points help? You can bind. It's really for catching an opponent's weapon, which is useful. Can you elaborate on your sickle training? How would that apply to commas? Reasonably similar. They're a little bit different, of course, because it's a longer handle and the blade is, well, not more curved, it's straight, but it's at a 90-degree angle. Whereas on a sickle, like a traditional sickle, really only the point itself is at a 90-degree angle. The rest is more or less parallel to the handle. So that means with a comma you can cut really much at all. It's like there are very few situations and few angles that you could actually cut or slice with a comma. With a sickle it's easier. But a comma acts more like a war pick. So it hits hella hard. Thanks, Mornhammer. What's your zodiac sign? I don't care. Like, I've never cared about zodiac signs whatsoever. Yeah. Sorry that it's an unsatisfying answer, but it's just nonsense to me. No offense. Sorry about the algorithms. Thanks for the views. Oh, you're welcome. Come on, really fun to hold and twirl around, yeah. Certainly. It's funny because this comment section looks like a big brainstorm meeting. Yeah, that's the benefit. It can serve as that for me sometimes. What are we brainstorming? How about you brainstorm what to brainstorm? Have you ever thought of doing a video on medieval food? No, not really. Not something I'm particularly interested in. That was creeping up on me. I was like, is there a sneeze? Okay, no sneeze. Anyway, what's your opinion on the Russian Systema martial arts? Isn't that the slap fighting? Isn't it the If that's what it is, if I remember correctly, then oof. Bless you. Thanks. Thanks, Kendrick. Have you had any luck with educational content on Patreon? I seem to recall you started some lessons there. Yes, I did. I canceled that tier because it just, I didn't have enough time to really keep making them in a reasonable time frame. Like, it was taking me quite a while in between lessons, and I was like, you know what, I would hate for somebody to sign up and then get like five or six videos, and then they gotta wait, and yeah. Time was the issue. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Systema or whatever the hell, what the memory that has burned itself into my brain is just this guy running at the camera going, oh my goodness, it's so dumb. I can't even. He just runs straight at the camera, just flailing and just. All you can do is sigh. Is it something else? I thought it was labeled as Systema. I thought so, but maybe it was something else. I don't know. Or maybe it was just some newbie who's barely started it and I made a video. But no, I remember it was supposed to be like a demonstration video. I don't think it was just some rando. But who knows? Possibly mislabeled on purpose to make fun of it. Maybe. That's always the problem. Like anything you find on the internet, there's like a 65% chance it's bullshit. You know? You never know. Something could be mislabeled accidentally or deliberately for, misinformation, or who knows. Anything you see or hear could be bullshit. Yeah, I know, 65% is optimistic, I have to admit. Always vet your sources. What if your source is your vet? Like you went to your vet and asked them a question about canine health or whatever the hell, and they give you an answer. Is it vetted? The only thing I really don't like about YouTube since 2008 is that it's hard to find a variety of music because I only get recommended songs that are already heard. I find the recommendations horrible. They've gotten worse lately for some reason. Now YouTube recommends me all kinds of just random nonsense that I've never searched. Like I have never even searched or clicked on anything remotely similar. Just like completely out of the blue random bullshit, like what the hell. In some cases like, okay, yeah, I don't really mind this necessarily. Like there's right now is a video about guinea pigs living wild in the gardens. Like, okay, like I don't have a problem with it as such, but I also wouldn't watch it. It's like, why you do this? And then there's much worse stuff. I mean, I try to tell YouTube I don't care Don't show me this. How much it does? I mean, I don't even know. But recommendations generally are dumb, like really dumb. Like, seriously, I'm just looking at my recommendations right now. There's a video about child neglect. Why, YouTube? Why? I don't have any, and I never will, and it's not a topic I give the finest fuck about. I mean, that sounds callous, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not something I would watch. You know? Like, what the hell? Why? Where's this coming from? It makes no sense. Anyway, just random tangential rant. Thanks, James. Would you review my custom Tinker longsword? I generally don't really like to review other people's stuff because I want to be rough, or be able to be rough with what I review, and I wouldn't do that if it's somebody else's. Also, the problem is shipping can get kind of expensive depending on where it is. And especially if you're outside of Canada, if you lend me something, I have to pay import fees on that. And then I gotta, pay for the shipping back, so sucks. Thanks, Frank. I have issues with losing weight too, especially since I work for a pizza delivery company. Oh, yeah, I can imagine that. And pizza is one of the worst things ever. I mean, I like pizza, but that's a problem. Like, the stuff is bad for you. Like, extremely bad for you. And it's too addictive. It ensnares you. It abuses you, Thanks, James. I respect that. What exactly? Oh, yeah, right, about the sword. Yeah. Thanks, Slava Ukraine. Child neglect is a topic personally relevant to me. Yeah, fair enough, but it's not relevant to me. So I don't know why on earth YouTube would recommend it to me. It's an important topic, yes, I get that, but it's not for me. I don't really like pizza. You're not human. You're not human. You're some kind of reptilian Illuminati something. It's not natural for a human to not like pizza. You found the robot, yeah. Like, come on, AI. You should have figured us out a little bit better. It's like one of the most basic fundamental truths about humans is we like pizza. How could you mess that up? That's a really easy one. Yeah, I know that low-calorie pizzas exist. There's only one slight problem. They taste like clay. So, no thanks. Hey, celiac is not even that big of a problem. You can get gluten-free pizza. And some of it is actually okay. Like, there is, like the cauliflower crust. Sometimes it's well done. Often it's not. But when it's well made, it's actually pretty good. Pineapple in soup? Yeah, sure, why not? Also in stir fry. I always eat too much pizza. I'm not really supposed to eat it at all because medical stuff. I mean, really nobody is supposed to, because pizza is full of saturated fat and cholesterol, so that's not good for anyone. Some people are trying to claim that, oh, it's actually not bad at all. Yeah, sure. Conveniently ignore all the research that has shown the health risks. That's okay. Like, I can literally physically feel it after I've eaten pizza. Like, my body lets me know that it's not good for me. I've reached that age where it'll let me know. I don't feel good. If pizza was healthy, I'm not sure if I'd eat much else. But it ain't, sadly. Oh, of course, you can eat a lot worse things than pizza. Yes, donuts are worse than pizza. But still not good for you. It's like, just because if you smoked plutonium-infused charcoal, that would be worse for you than cigarettes. That doesn't mean that cigarettes are good for you, right? Donuts are terrible. Too damn tasty, but they're terrible. Not good for you. Healthy ice cream, it depends on how you want to define ice cream. There are some recipes that basically use smoothies to make ice cream. Like, that's healthy. I think sorbet is less unhealthy than regular ice cream, so there are some alternatives, but yeah. If pizza was healthy, we wouldn't eat it. Yeah, unfortunately. There is, unfortunately, a strong preference toward unhealthy things because they taste best. I mean, there are those lucky bastards who will eat fruits and veggies and all the healthy stuff and tell you with a straight face that they love it. I mean, okay, it depends on the recipe. There are plenty of healthy recipes that I enjoy. Absolutely. There are ways to make veggies palatable and perfectly fine. It's just that typically costs more and or takes a lot more time to prepare. Sometimes both. So, yeah. There is that. Do you have a Subway near you? Of course. I mean, Subway is everywhere, right? Not enough proteins and veggies. Tell that to spinach, which is like 50% protein or something. It's like you have to eat large amounts to get there, but there's also legumes, there's plenty of things. And of course, whole wheat, grain, and soybeans, etc., etc. So many things. Broccoli is actually also pretty high in protein. Being fat sucks. I've lost 27 pounds in the past, and it's not easy. Yeah, I'm all too familiar with that. I feel you. It sucks. Oh yeah, mushrooms. True, mushrooms are fairly high too. Get plenty of protons, you know? No, no, I did not say some can get you high, bro. Get your mind out of the gutter, pothead. Chill out. Actually, that's a default state, isn't it? Anyway. Subway's trash, F tier, go to Firehouse, Quiznos, or Jersey Mike's. There's only one Quiznos left in this area. There used to be two, but the location of one got a leaky roof, and I'm guessing they must have struggled anyway because they didn't even bother to fix it. It just closed down. That's it. So now there's only one, and it's not super close. Something fell. Something. A lump of snow fell from the roof again. I don't know if you heard that. Pluck. Things are happening. When you visit America, try some Jimmy John's. Very good. Never heard of it. Junk food becomes awful when you eat healthy food mostly. See, I never had that. Like, I was like a health nut for over a year, like eating super clean. But that never happened to me. Like, I always craved junk food, and it never started tasting bad. You know, once I lost it, once I started losing control and slowly started eating it again. It never tasted bad, unfortunately. My brain does not do that switch. I wish it did. Did you watch IronMouse's reaction to your video? Yes, I literally did the reaction in this stream earlier. That's a thing that happened. You just have to rewind. I wonder if somebody has already clipped that. Because last time that went pretty damn fast. Anyway. Vidception, yep. Clip it and ship it. Uh-huh. Since I started eating good about 6 years ago, I can't even sniff a fast food anything without getting the runs. I envy you. That sounds like a superpower. I mean, not getting the runs, but you know what I mean, like being repulsed by fast food, by junk food. That's good. It's a good power. Cherish it. Now she has to react again. Nah. That's a stage where we should just talk one-on-one directly. And she's invited me. Just haven't gotten a reply to my reply yet. Message stuff, shenanigans, you know? But I don't want to be too pushy because it seemed like her audience was basically bullying her into sending me the message in the first place. So I want to kind of not pressure too much, you know? Wish you the best in maintaining your sobriety. I'm guessing you're talking to somebody else. Because fortunately, that has never been my problem, at least. My addiction has always only been food, nothing else. Never had issues with alcohol or drugs or anything. It's always just been the damn food. And of course, the unhealthy food, because you can't get addicted to healthy food. That'd be cool, right? But that don't happen. Anyway, I gotta go. So let's leave it at that. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had fun. And until next time.